David Rafferty, Trump Jr and Higbie made for each other. It's said opposites attract. And they do, if you're a magnet. Or the star of just about every romantic comedy movie ever made. In real life, not so much. In real life, the more appropriate term might be, birds of a feather flock together. Like seeks out like, and that's how you get great historical pairings such as Lenin and Trotsky, Adams and Jefferson, Clooney and Pitt. Once in a while you get a screwball opposites combination that works like Mulder and Scully of X-Files fame, but I'm really getting off topic here. Now if like will always seek out like, it should hold that once they meet, nothing should be able to keep them apart. Their obvious attraction will keep them coming back to each other no matter what the cost. You're forbidden from seeing that girl, the stern and powerful daddy in every movie bellows at his frustrated son. But he just can't quit her, and you know that by the final reel they'll be together again, damn the consequences. So it was last month in Greenwich when two deplorables from opposite sides of the tracks just had to reunite. One was a president's son, fresh off his not at all corrupt trip to India where he was selling access to himself and wink wink, potential access to the President of the United States. And condos. Thank goodness somebody told Donald Trump, Jr. at the last minute that giving a US policy speech while also trying to sell real estate in a foreign country might somehow contribute to the notion that gasp. There's corruption going on here. So a policy speech became a fireside chat and phew, no corruption. Except for the selling access thing. So after his week-long sojourn not at all about enriching his daddy regardless of constitutional prohibitions, it was time for Jr.'s abbot to visit his Costello-disgraced Trump sycophant Carl Higbie. When did Jr. and one of Greenwich's least favorite sons first meet anyway? Was it before they were White House pals? At the Greenwich Republican clambake, maybe. Is their bond the stuff of manly men who just like to kill animals, or do they look into each other's eyes and see kindred spirits? Whatever it is, Jr. and Carl had a lovely evening at the Water Club a few Saturdays ago, just after Jr. made a stop at a local gun club because of course he did. No word on what was eaten, maybe it was the elephants, leopards, or buffalo they like to shoot as sportsmen. For those of you who don't know Carl, that's because he was previously a Navy SEAL with serious authority issues who evidently hated President Barack Obama. So much it cost him his position in the military, which led to his becoming a Fox News darling and conservative radio host because of course it did. Like flies to dung he was drawn to the Trump campaign and later received a high-level governmental appointment, but surprise, nobody checked out the bile he actually said on the radio, which was too revolting even for this administration. So he quit. But back to Carl Jr., catchy, right? The heart wants what the heart wants, and Carl Jr. are evidently made for each other. Maybe it was their love of shooting living things for fun that first drew them together, but it was almost certainly their disdain for anyone not up to their racial, gender and ideological standards that forged their unbreakable bond. So when Carl was disappeared from Washington, Jr. must have been in a tizzy. I can only imagine how Jr. must have wailed to Daddy, no fair. White supremacists are supposed to be our friends. Look at all the racists, bigots, and morons you keep in the White House, and I can't keep Carl. I hate you. Door slam. But the Carl Jr. bond over hunting, hating brown immigrants, and icky homosexuals can never really be banished. With luck, this'll be the last we ever hear of Carl himself, but like mold in the walls, Greenwich will always have Carl Jr. and maybe, when both are finally, permanently exiled from Washington,